Grief. It's like a big black cloud. When someone you love dies, it's devastating. So many people in our world are grieving, and yet most people don't understand grief. In this video, I asked people who are deeply grieving to describe how it feels, so that others can begin to appreciate and understand the depth of this human experience. If you or someone you care about is grieving, this video is for you. If you are a leader or work with people, this video is for you. And if you would like to understand more about grief, then this video is for you. My name is Christy Roberts, and I'm grieving. I'm grieving my cheeky, fun-loving, charismatic 18-year-old son, Aaron, who tragically and suddenly died in a car accident. In the beginning, it was like being hit by a freight train head on out of nowhere. The adrenaline shock that coursed through my body caused my heart to pump fiercely, erratically, weirdly. It scared me. My heart physically hurt, and in the first few weeks, that pain just kept spreading throughout my body. Heart, chest, shoulders, neck, into my throat, coughing, continually spreading and becoming more and more painful. I was severely dehydrated, but I couldn't remember to drink. Those first few months were pure survival, adjusting to this new reality, a reality I didn't want or foresee. Grief is heavy, like being buried underneath a pile of rubble. It's constricting, confining, exhausting. Your efforts to simply surface drains all your energy. Linda, Andre's mum, says, "My chest is so heavy, like bricks piled high. It's very hard to breathe. It feels like a million tiny pliers ripping pieces from your heart, twisting and turning while being pulled out of your chest. The pain is gentle at times, and at other times excruciating. Your brain has completely stopped working, and others think you've lost your mind. This Wednesday will be 3 years for me, and the pain is getting worse. I don't understand that." Izzy, Harlow's mum, says, "It's been 2.5 years for us, but sometimes it feels like last week. Time has lost its place in our lives. Everything changes. That initial vortex is awful. It's like my head was inside a large plastic drum and someone was hitting it with a piece of solid timber. I could hear my heartbeat in my ears for months." Dawn, Scott's mum, says, "Your heart literally hurts, like it's been torn. A sense of emptiness that can't be filled, a sense of great loss and pain. It's like you can't get your breath and you have to step outside to be able to breathe. And it just doesn't go away." Anne, Lucia's mum, says, "It's like living in a permanent nightmare that never ends. My heart was ripped out when my child suddenly died. Each day I feel like I'm walking through a dark hell. Very isolated and afraid of the future. I've lost all sense of security, and I don't understand why my child was taken so early in life. As hard as it is, I choose to keep living so that I can continue to love and honour her." Carrie says, "I tell people I've been in the ICU since my daughter passed. Sometimes the emotions come like a tsunami." Brenda, Justin's mum, says, "Grief is shattering to your heart and soul. Every day the reality they are not with you never goes away. It seems to me as each day, month, year passes, it's harder to deal with because it's further away from the last time I saw him. It's been 2 years, 3 months, and 16 days. There's an emptiness that can never be replaced. Therese, Montana's mum, says, pain. Everything hurts so bad, even to take a breath hurts. It's confusing. Your mind knowing, but you're not believing. Alone, crushed. Even as we learn to exist and we go on day by day, for me, it's always there. It's always in your mind. And 1 minute you can be happy and laughing, and the next the tidal wave hits and I find I'm in tears and I'm shattered. Grief changes you forever. Vivian says, a sinking ship. Uncontrollable feelings of the pain I feel in my heart that was once whole. Shirley, Annelle's mum, says, my tears have not stopped since that day. Kandace, Deja's mum, says, unfathomable pain you can't even begin to comprehend. I've been in the hospital 2 times for what felt like a heart attack, only to be told I have anxiety attacks. The pain is so raw and real that it literally is leaving me breathless and gasping for air. Marlo, Josh's mum, says, it feels like a constant yearning, and what goes with that is the feeling of being punched in the stomach. It feels like the worst breakup ever, like someone tore out your heart and threw it on the ground and stomped on it. Leisha says, sometimes I feel like my family and friends are waiting on the old me to come back. But that person is forever gone. Our society wants to put a time limit on grief, but it's a pain that we carry forever. So this is a glimpse into the world of our grief, the pain rarely spoken about. This is a truly human experience where we need support more than any other time in our lives. Not just initially. Grief doesn't disappear after a couple of months. It's not a matter of time. It's what we do with that time. Finding healthy ways to feel and express our grief is crucial. And the world, the society, you are a part of this. Remember, grief is connected to love. When someone you love dies, you will grieve and there will be pain. This is inevitable. The pathway to healing is through this pain, towards the love. So eventually you are connecting and remembering with more love than pain. This is totally possible. If you are supporting someone grieving, just be there. Listen. Don't try to offer suggestions or fix us or make us happy. We're not broken. We are grieving and we need time and space and understanding. You can ask, how are you feeling today? Because every day is different. That's all. Just be there. Listen. I am one person, but I can make a difference. You are one person and you too can make a difference. Please share this. Gone, but never, ever forgotten. In loving remembrance.